Welcome back to 26 Media. In today's video, we are gonna take a nice video. I can't say with the all-road, but the all-road is a subject of it. I kind of want it to be like a reveal video type thing, teaser video, if you want to say, where we're mostly gonna go onto the road and um, do some nice road shots. I'll fill you in more when we get there. I'll explain the shots more. And then once we get that done, the finishing shot is gonna be coming in here and then car reveal and then go to black. So it's not gonna be a long video. It's gonna be like, I don't know, 10 to 30 seconds, something like that. But I want to get started on a nice little project to film something little. And this video that you clicked on now is the behind the scenes of that episode. So we will show you how we take these shots and how we do everything, and how everything is done. And that, I don't know, maybe you'll enjoy watching that. And then you will see the final result of what we filmed after I edit everything, after I looked at everything, and I'm done with it. And yeah. So, to start off with, we're actually gonna go with the ending shot, which is the reveal shot right here. That's what we're gonna do first. Boom. We have our gimbal either right here or back up. Oh, it's back here. All set up, all ready. So all we have to do is start filming, do our reveal shot, and then I have some other things planned. And yeah, we'll see how everything turns out at the end of the night. So let's go. I was editing the video and I thought to myself that it's kind of unclear on how we described the way we're gonna do the shots and what the plan is. So I thought I'd take you to Google Maps and show you again what the plan for the shots was. Just as like a background, in the video, since it's also titled Alone, my idea was to show a city in the night where no one's around, no one's doing anything, and we're basically alone. So to convey that, we, for the first shot, went right here where big roundabout obviously is very empty, and so I went here and we went from this side of the street over to this side of the street, and yeah, in a slow like panning movement, filming over in this direction, just empty road. That was the idea behind it. As a second shot, this was actually kind of out of sequence, but as a second shot, we went right here, since we saw this blinking traffic light that I thought also conveyed a very nice message of no one's around, since in the evening when everything kind of dies down, the traffic lights often switch to blinking orange, and I thought that could also convey a nice message of alone. So that was the second shot. For the third shot, we went to a sign that was, again, the first and the third shot were basically filmed right after each other. But right over here is a sign that shows how many parking spaces are still available in the main parking area. And we went to this sign, and since it showed 999, I thought it conveyed a nice message of no one's there alone. I mean, the sign can't even show a higher number than 999, so it conveyed a nice message of you're alone, no one's there, no one's out. For the fourth shot, we actually went over here into the parking lot. We were right here, filming over to here to show, obviously, roundabout, no cars, no one's around. Again, empty road. So continuing with our theme of empty and alone. But then we somehow had to bring it to our final shot, because the final shot was already planned. Everything in between basically wasn't. But the final shot was down here. I mean, if we go right here, we can see that down here is actually a underground parking area. And if we go over here a bit more and zoom in there, right here is a down ramp. And so I basically wanted to take it from over here and then move the video closer to the parking lot to finally end up at our final shot with revealing the car. So our next shot was actually right here, right around here. Actually, I believe so. Yeah, it was right here. And we, again, big road, empty, still conveying the same message, just moving over closer to the end of the shot, moving right here. And then as the next shot, we moved again closer to here and had a video of right here, the down ramp, kind of setting the scene and explaining how we went from this big open empty road to a lit up parking structure. So yeah, it was right here, going across the thing, showing a change of scenery to just tell us where we're going. And then as the next shot, it was just in the garage itself, also showing it lit up, but no cars anywhere around. Also, obviously, still conveying the same message. And yeah, it was that leading up to the final shot, setting the scene. We went into the garage, and then obviously, as the last shot, we went and got the car. The last shot is also the longest because obviously it's trying to build suspense and tell what is happening, and well, not really tell what's happening, but it's supposed to raise questions of what is happening, what's up with this car, why is it there, what's so important about it. And yeah, I thought that would explain the shots a little bit more, and now we can move into how we actually filmed the video. So let's go back. So this was actually the first shot that we shot completely out of composition, because I had a very big plan for this shot. It was planned, and this was the final revealing shot, and so it obviously set the whole mood for the entire thing. So we started with this recording of the closing shot, the final shot. It took us quite a lot of attempts, as you can see here. It was not the easiest shot to get, but I think it turned out nicely at the end. Especially it was with the sound effects and everything. It was very nice, and it actually fit very well. And just something I had planned with this shot was just coming up to the car as if like someone is like just walking up to a car in the middle of the night. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's there. And I kind of wanted to capture some of that mystery, that question, that tension that you get. And yeah, I think it turned out really nicely. And then the final shot isn't perfect, especially with the camera quality in the middle of the night. since it's not the most expensive camera, so it only records at 25 FPS, 1080p. So it's not the best camera to do night recordings with, but considering how the shot looks, I think we made that into the best that it could be. Next up was audio, since none of the audio that is in the final cut was actually part of the what we recorded. Um, we had to record some obviously engine idling for the last 3 shots, and all the other sound effects were provided by Epidemic Sound. They have a very good sound effect catalog, but I didn't want to record the diesel idling myself, and I wanted the actual engine sound in the final cut, because I think that just makes it more realistic, more real. If you obviously have the real engine car sound in there, but all the other ones, we were basically talking through the entire shoot. Obviously, we needed coordination. We were talking to each other, so there was some talking going on, so we couldn't actually take the real sound effects from there, and I didn't really feel like sitting out there for 20 minutes to record nothingness, because that is actually something that you need to record, because if you just have no sound effects, you might think that oh, there's no sound there, so I'll just leave it blank, but that's actually not true, because there is empty room noise and just room tone, as you would call it, is there, and you do need to record that. So all that was provided by Epidemic Sound, thankfully, and those are the sound effects. Alright, the next shot, I don't actually think we caught that on behind the scenes camera, on how we captured that shot, but it was basically just walking across the road with the gimbal nice and smooth. But what you're looking at here now is actually a shot that we didn't end up using. My buddy had a electric longboard that I sat on top of and held the camera while he gave it a throttle. It was supposed to be a nice smooth shot down the road, but I didn't end up using it, just because it you can see it now, even of me not actually being in the middle of the road, and that very much annoyed me. I wanted it to be nicely, perfectly down the road, a nice smooth shot, but it was quite shaky and not actually very smooth and flowing, so I didn't end up using it. But right here was actually quite annoying to try and get shots, because every time that I set up the camera and I was ready, we heard a car in the distance, and we had to get off the road and restart from basically the beginning. But you would think that even like in those later hours that there wouldn't be that many cars, but there were quite a lot of people that did still drive around, and yeah, it took us a few attempts to get the shot, and we eventually did it, but yeah, I don't think I caught it on camera. Next up is the red light or orange blinking light shot. This one was actually very much, I saw it and I wanted to record it, and I went there and recorded it shot. I didn't have this one planned at all, and yeah, it was pretty simple. Like what you're seeing here is basically all that we had to record, and a simple shot. On to the next one. The next shot with the parking light or parking sign, we also actually didn't get to record, since it was also just a one and done type deal. So enjoy seeing some more unused footage. But yeah, it was also pretty simple. I saw it, I wanted to record it just because I thought it went along with our message that we were trying to convey. So I did a couple of shots, I took the best one out, and that's now in the video. Yeah. Next up is the roundabout shot. This one was kind of tricky. I mean, we got it pretty quickly, but it still was kind of tricky, considering there were bushes like in the center of the roundabout, so you couldn't really see to the other side. You could only audibly tell if there was a car coming, and if you did, you better get off the thing quick because they also didn't see you. So it was kind of risky, but it was a nice shot, and yeah, we got it pretty quickly. I had to watch out with reflections a lot in this one, considering that it was also the sign that was trying to film first. So like I changed the shot midway through because I noticed that it didn't really work. I was just doing the actual signs themselves in a nice pan shot, like you saw with the blinking orange light and the parking sign, but I kept being in the reflection of those signs, and you kept being able to see the camera and everything. So I also ended up not doing that one and instead changed. As the next shot, we actually originally had a different shot planned that wasn't supposed to be the moving across the street in the bigger part of the city, but it was originally supposed to be from a moving car, a shot driving past a parking garage that was completely empty and lit up on the inside. That's the footage that you can actually see now. But I have decided not to do that just because it just ripped you out of the atmosphere that we have been trying to create in the past couple of shots, where it's just this slow moving on foot. All shots have been captured on foot, not moving very much, more showing the area rather than focusing on the camera movement, and just trying to keep the camera movement steady and not shaky. But it was just to me, it ripped you out of something that the other shots were trying to create, and that's why I didn't like putting it in. Additionally, it also didn't look that good because my camera can only record 25 frames a second, and that at 1080p, which I've said before. And if you, in the middle of the night with not much light around, do move around too much like that, it's just not gonna look good. So I decided to kick that one from the edit and instead get something different. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with this shot, how it turned out. Yeah. Up next was the second to last shot in the video, the last shot that we actually captured, because we already did the final shot first. So this was the last shot that we captured. Actually, no, it was the second to last shot because we still had one shot down in the actual parking garage itself with just more scene setting, but this was the second to last shot that we then captured. And yeah, it was just supposed to be there to explain how we went from the road to the actual parking garage itself. All the other ones were supposed to show movement from the road to the actual thing itself, to the parking garage. And this one was actually supposed to explain the change of scenery itself. So this was the important shot behind the change of scenery, and like I said, the second to last shot that we captured because there was still one more down in the thing. So let's move to that one. So here we are. That is the last shot that we captured. And something that actually, during the entire night, we had this really annoying thing. You can slightly see it here, where the camera was doing this weird annoying shake from left to right. Spent all night
hold it
trying
up.
to fix it, tried calibrating it, tried setting dead zones, tried
You're not going to be able to hold it
adding
steady
a lot
if
more
you're sitting.
smoothness to the gimbal. I tried everything and couldn't figure it out. Might have been something with the camera being positioned wrong on the thing, but I could not figure it out. So I tried my best to keep it as steady as possible, and the rest had to just be done with a warp sterilization filter in Premiere Pro. It was just nothing else that I could have done, but yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Showed us the scene, and then we went on to the final shot, which is the first shot that we actually captured. Yeah. So that was the shot-for-shot breakdown of my first short movie. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you want to see actual recorded audio that we actually recorded there and more live behind the scenes as we recorded it, tell me about it. I would love to know your feedback. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next short movie, which should happen soon.